Hi, I'm Erica. I'm 60 years old and I've lost over 100 pounds. And I did it without diet gimmicks, without expensive products, without looking for a quick fix, without trying to be perfect, and without thinking that it was going to be easy, because it really wasn't. I've been overweight most of my adult life, and I've tried diets, many different ones over the years, looking for that miracle solution that was just going to have the weight drop off in a quick way. And you know what? It worked a little bit. I lost some weight. I gained it back. Sometimes I gained back even more than I lost. You know what? It never truly worked. With all those diets, I always felt deprived. The portions were small. The food was tasteless and bland. I'm a foodie. I like to eat. I enjoy my food. I am a cooking person and a baker. So that just wasn't working at all. In high school, going into high school, I was a size 14, 16. And you know what? Compared to all the petite girls around me, I thought I was huge. Looking back now, I was a kind of average size. I was tall. You know what? I was large framed, always have been. And when you're younger, your views are so off from what really is. You want to fit in, and I didn't. Fast forward about 40 years, and my husband and I were taking care of my elderly disabled mother. She lived with us the last 3 years of her life, and it was not easy. I wouldn't change it. I did the right thing. I did what I wanted and needed to do, but it was stressful. It was a lot of hard work, and my weight ballooned up to the highest it had ever been. I don't even want to say what it was. I was embarrassed. I felt big. I was uncomfortable, but I didn't even try at that point. I was just concerned with, number one, taking care of my mother, number two, my home and my husband, and number three, my career. When my mother passed, I felt lost. I had lost the only person that had been with me my whole life. And I looked around. I didn't know who I was anymore. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was horrified. That was September of 2023. And I was not feeling good. I was always exhausted. My body ached. I couldn't get up and down easily. And what I thought about was my mother's reluctance to exercise, to move her body, and how that contributed to her disability, her not being able to get up and down. And something in my head just snapped, and I said, I don't want to be like that. So the best lesson she ever taught me was one that she never spoke out loud. It was something I observed. So it was the day after my 5th anniversary that I decided to get on a plan. I used Weight Watchers for their app because it was easy to track your meals constantly. And I started moving just a little bit, literally very small steps. I wasn't looking to run a marathon. I wanted to move my body so it wouldn't stop moving. Things changed really slowly, where you could barely see it at the beginning. But my mind had a different thought than it always had before. I wasn't in a hurry. This isn't a race. This is my life. And I wanted to have a long life. And the way to do that is to be healthier, not just to be smaller. It's more about being healthier and moving and eating the right things. I changed my whole way of thinking, my mindset. Number one, it wasn't going to happen quickly, and I had to make myself okay with that. I had to have more patience. I wasn't 20 years old anymore. My body, my metabolism worked differently, and I had to figure that out. I couldn't be perfect, because when you would have a slip, that would be the end of it. For me now, if I had a slip, I had it in my head that, okay, move forward, The next moment, go right back to your program. I didn't need to run a marathon or walk 20,000 steps even. A little bit of exercise, a little cardio, a few minutes of free weights, wall push-ups, whatever I could manage. That's what worked. Even walking around the mall, any movement is better than no movement. This was no longer a diet. It was a lifestyle. Diet became a 4-letter word to me. Diet is something you do as a temporary measure to lose weight and then go back to regular life. This was a new way to live. And that's how I had to think about it. Something I did that was very vital to this is I started remaking recipes of foods that I enjoyed. I mean, as a foodie and somebody who enjoys eating, being deprived of those things doesn't work in the long term because you feel like you're being punished. This shouldn't be punishment. It should be wanting to be healthier and being happy while doing that. And that's okay. I started adding lots of protein, extra fiber. I cut out all processed sugar, or almost all. I did whatever I felt would work. I did a lot of reading. I spoke to a lot of people. And once you're in midlife, hormones and just your metabolism, everything changes and you have to change with it. I didn't want to live on salad and plain broiled chicken. That would be a punishment for the rest of my life. And you know what? I wouldn't be able to keep that up. I needed something sustainable, something that kept me happy and still kept me healthier. I learned that you could have your cake and still lose weight as long as you made sure that cake had the correct ingredients in it and nothing really harmful to you. So I learned. I baked. I cooked. I changed recipes. I made my own recipes. And that is still what's working for me. My morning coffee became protein coffee. Not the kind you buy, the expensive kind, the kind that I make myself, and I figured that out. And you know what? I'm not an eater in the morning, but I still wanted to get the protein in, so the coffee does that for me. It's coming up on almost 2 years, and as of today, I can proudly say I'm down 113.8 pounds. My energy level is higher. I can see my collarbones. I can see some ribs. I feel my stomach muscles that I don't remember ever feeling. I feel muscles in my legs. I can squat and bend down and get off the floor without a problem. We actually don't eat out much anymore, and that's because I enjoy the foods I cook and being able to eat them without guilt. It's a great feeling. I am wearing sizes I don't even remember wearing. All the smaller clothes I had packed away years ago in hopes of losing weight, they're all way too big. I can't even wear them. I no longer allowed stress or other life issues to throw me off my course. No matter what, if I had a vacation or a special occasion coming up, I gave myself permission. Eat what you want, but with the knowledge that I would gain some weight. And you know what? Okay, I gained a few pounds on a cruise. I gained a few pounds over the holidays, and immediately after, I went right back to my plan, and the weight came back off. And yes, losing all that weight comes with its issues. I do have loose skin. I will not get surgery, and that's okay. And I've had some hair thinning, and I'm working on that. And overall, I'd rather have the worst of being smaller than the major health issues that come with being larger and unhealthy. We actually don't eat out much anymore, and that's because I enjoy the foods I cook and being able to eat them without guilt. It's a great feeling. So if you are in your 40s or 50s or 60s or however old, I promise you it's not too late. You can do it. I did it. And you know what? I'm going to be showing you what I've learned one video at a time here. So for now, Please message me. Let me know what you're struggling with. Tell me what you'd like me to discuss next, because I'd love to hear from you. This is Erica from the Modern Midlife Mermaid. I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.